Okay. Seletha, you came here, you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you ever perform any sex acts in front of Daryl and Marquita's children? You answered no. Did you ever sexually molest Daryl's daughter? You answered no. Results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Seletha told the truth.
Straight up. I would never do nothing to no child. You get what I'm saying? I love all your kids. I reach out to you. When he was in jail, I reached out to you, bro. And then you came to be like a woman. I'm not hard to talk to. I'll do anything for a person.
We gave Seletha the test 4 times, no deception indicated. And not that this has a lot to do with the story, but I just feel like I want to comment about it. You know, I don't know exactly what happened with your previous sex offender charge, but it's got to be, you know, and if what you say is true, that's got to be tough to have
It's a tough subject to me. That's why I'm here
well,
today.
and like I said, here, you know, when I go to the airport, I have to show my ID. I have to show my ID.
I don't like going nowhere because got on my back.
And
if for like that and a person to think I do that.
And then a story
Lord
comes up
knows.
like this, and I'm sure people tend to look at you right away. So I felt I needed to comment on that. Daryl, when we were doing the show last week, and anybody that comes on the show has to present identification, and your driver's license had that big sex offender on it, which, I mean, quite honestly, I've never even seen before. And so even though that was no part of the story, we asked you about it on the show and everything, and you explained it. And it's kind of a crazy story, right?
Right.
So tell us what happened with that?
Well, when I was younger, I was falsely accused. I had a friend. We all used to hang around, chill, everything together. We went to go get something to eat one day. And next thing you know, he ended up disappearing. So we like, where did he go? Get back to the house. Police come by the house, take us down for questioning. A week later, they come and arrested us. Sat in jail like a whole year before they even did anything with us. But it's hard when you have somebody accusing you of something that you know you ain't do. It's just hard for me to have this on my back. And people...
What did they say you did to
They
this
said
kid?
that stuck a mop stick.
Not kid, he was an adult at the time.
Yeah, they say something about a mop stick. Then they come back and they say something about a lighter. Then they come back and they say something about a broom. They said everything, took pictures of everything, but it wasn't nothing.
So the statement from the court papers that we pulled up, 18-year-old victim spent 2 nights at a residence being occupied by, I guess, you at the time, and Monique, who was on the tape, who were his neighborhood friends. During the visit, defendant used her cell phone to video record herself and co-defendant as they physically and sexually assaulted the victim. According to the victim, the co-defendants beat him with a pipe and belts, gave him a nasty alcoholic beverage, and made him smoke marijuana. They would not allow him to leave the home, forced him to remove his clothing at knife point, and stuck a broomstick. The victim confirmed that it was painful and against his will. The victim further stated that the co-defendants burned him with a cigarette lighter down below. The victim testified that the ordeal lasted for about 2 hours. The victim exited the residence later in the morning while the co-defendants were still asleep. Any truth at all to that statement?
No, sir.
Seletha, you came here and you took a lie detector test. We asked you, did you ever hold an 18-year-old male against his will and sexually abuse him? You answered no. Did you ever sodomize and record abuse of an 18-year-old male? You answered no. Your results came back the same to each question, and they came back that Seletha told the truth.
Thank you so much. Thank you for saying my name. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say, last week when you were telling that story, and it had nothing to do with the story that you were here for, it impacted me. Because I think it's a terrible injustice that both of you women have to go through this with this sex offender label. And I would hope that you don't have to do this for the rest of your life. And I hope there was some way we can hook you up with somebody that would work on this case for you to really shed some light on this. I don't think it's fair. I do believe that in this case you were railroaded, terribly. And again, I feel terrible that nobody's going to give you those years back, but maybe we can do something in the future that you don't have to live with this, okay?
So
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Very nice meeting you.